Some great moments at Meadow Lane last night as Notts County recorded their first home league win of the season. The 4-0 victory hoisted Notts up the table and sank opponents Chesterfield to the bottom.
A night when Adrian Thorpe dug into his box of tricks. All evening he skipped past defenders, creating havoc. Birtles did well to contort his body and get in a header from Lund's cross. It was a Birtles wing-to-wing ball that freed Thorpe to scamper across field and hit a daisy cutter to give Notts the lead. A great strike, but one even better to come. From fully 35 yards, Willie McStay picked out a square in the netting. Thorpe was still tormenting Chesterfield on the left. Arnott did manage to halt his progress at some personal cost. In the second half, Yates soared in a crowded penalty area to get the nod on a corner for number 3. Thorpe crossed from the byline, and both Mills and Birtles put a boot to the ball, which eventually squirmed past the post. With 5 minutes left, Notts keeper Leonard was roused to make his first real save to keep out a shot from Alleyne. Brown's desperate tackle on Mills, lawful at Twickenham but awful at Meadow Lane, gave Notts an injury time penalty. Skipper Jeff Pike stepped up to thunder in the fourth. At the end of the match, the Notts faithful were debating the merits of 2 great goals. Thorpe's incursion from the left touchline, fullback McStay's howitzer power shot to the far corner. Even Adrian Thorpe was forced to admit that his fine effort was second best on the night.
I think I've got to give it to Willie. He hit one from about 35 yards and it screamed in. Gary Birtles' game's twisting and turning and passing. Dino's is winning the ball. Mine's beating people. It's just, you've got to have a mixture inside, or else you're not going to get anywhere, are you?
He's leaving. He's Ian McParland, Notts County's top scorer last season. Now, McParland has only scored 1 league goal this term, and today County agreed to put him on the transfer list after dropping him for Saturday's game at Bristol Rovers.
Without McParland, Gary Mills came closer to scoring, wobbling the bar from 20 yards. But Bristol Rovers took the lead with a longer-range strike, Vaughan Jones scoring with a free kick from 35 yards. In the second half, across from the right stretch County, Purnell directed the ball back into the middle for Penrice to head home. Without McParland, Gary Mills came closer to scoring, wobbling the bar from 20 yards. But Bristol Rovers took the lead with a longer-range strike, Vaughan Jones scoring with a free kick from 35 yards. In the second half, across from the right stretch County, Purnell directed the ball back into the middle for Penrice to head home. Mansfield Town lost their unbeaten record.